m'appelle Stéphane et je suis photographe professionnel. Un jour, je me suis demandé comment les autres travaillaient, alors j'ai pris mon sac et je suis parti à leur rencontre.
Aujourd'hui, je sens que je vais faire des envieux. Je suis à Hawaï, en plein milieu du Pacifique. J'ai troqué mes skis contre un masque et tuba. En attendant CJ et Nick, deux photographes qui adorent la nature et les vagues. Je crois qu'ils sont là. En plus, ils ont pris leur matériel. CJ, Nick, ravi de vous rencontrer.
Nice to meet you.
Je suppose que le rendez-vous ici n'est pas anodin. Qu'est-ce qu'on va bien pouvoir prendre en photo aujourd'hui?
Yeah, we can walk down the beach here a little ways along the coastline and find some amazing spots to shoot water motion going into blowholes with the sun setting.
Exactly.
Let's go. Okay, let's go.
Sounds good, let's do this.
Photographes associés, CJ et Nick se sont rencontrés il y a plusieurs années sur un bateau de plongée et depuis sont unis comme deux frères. Ils connaissent l'île de Kona comme leur poche et c'est sur la roche volcanique qu'ils m'emmènent shooter.
J'ai mis mon grand angle.
That's very good with wide angle lens. That's going to be perfect. You definitely want to be on the tripod because we're going to do some slower exposures. We're going to do a little bit longer exposure. You'll see the water actually receding into the hole, but we're going to need to take it from right over here.
Okay.
Avec une maîtrise technique impeccable, CJ et Nick sont vite opérationnels et n'ont plus qu'à attendre le bon moment pour obtenir le meilleur rendu. De mon côté, je choisis de sortir un de mes filtres gradués et un filtre neutre afin d'obtenir un filet et montrer le mouvement de l'eau. CJ aussi utilise des filtres, mais pour une raison bien précise.
I personally use filters specifically because I like to actually capture everything in one frame. When you're doing it in 2 frames, 3 frames, you can still do that. It just doesn't feel the same for me. So for me, I like to use the filters so that they'll actually darken the sky and allow me to expose for the dark foreground. Because the foreground's not as light as the sky is where the sun is. So using that filter actually allows me to capture everything in one shot and not have to go back and do any extra post time. Just a couple of seconds in Lightroom, finishing that off, and then put it into Photoshop, clean up some dust spots, get all that ready, and it's ready to go.
En photographie de paysage, la pose longue peut changer complètement le rendu d'une photo. Pour ce faire, il convient d'être bien équipé. Tout d'abord, déplacez-vous toujours avec un trépied, indispensable pour éviter les flous de bouger. Ensuite, vérifiez que votre appareil dispose du mode manuel pour régler ouverture, focus et vitesse d'obturation. Faites l'acquisition de filtres neutres pour vous permettre d'allonger le temps de pose de vos photos. Sans ce genre de filtre, il vous sera impossible de faire des poses longues en pleine journée. Pour une pose longue supérieure à 30 secondes, la fonction bulb est indispensable afin de choisir votre temps de pose. Enfin, équipez-vous d'une télécommande. Là encore, il convient d'éviter au maximum les flous de bouger. Cette photo prise à Hawaï est réalisée avec un filtre gris à forte densité. La pose longue d'une demi-seconde permet ici de montrer le mouvement de l'eau dans les cavités et de lisser les vagues au premier plan pour un rendu esthétique.
Donc là, on est chez vous, dans votre principale galerie. CJ, j'aimerais que tu m'expliques un peu plus ta vision de la photographie, parce que j'ai cru comprendre que tu n'avais pas passé trop de temps dans le traitement de tes photos.
Basically, my philosophy with photography is I come from a film background, so everything we used to shoot there were amazing photographs before all this post-processing ever existed. Granted, there was stuff that was done in the darkroom, and Photoshop and Lightroom kind of give you that same thing that you were able to do in the darkroom, but they give you a lot more. You can do a lot of things that you could never do on film, which is fine for people that's their vision with photography. For me, my vision with photography is trying to capture it in one shot. It's all about the excitement of getting that one shot, that one individual image. If I have to take 5 or 10 photos and put them together, and I'm taking the time to put those together on a computer, you know, that's cool and all, but it doesn't excite me as much as getting it in one shot.
Vous utilisez quoi comme matériel pour shooter sous l'eau?
I have an Aquatech housing, and it basically protects the camera and the lens, so I'm able to stay in the water the whole morning or sunset and take images. It's definitely a little on the heavy side, so when you're swimming, now you basically have one arm to swim, so it makes it a little challenging, but after doing things many times over the years, you become very comfortable. And the housing that I use, I can't go more than about 20 or 30 feet underwater, so it's not made for diving, it's made for basically shallow water, snorkeling, wave photography.
Est-ce qu'on peut voir ton matériel?
So this is a underwater housing that both CJ Kale and I use when we do our snorkeling or wave photography. But this is where the camera actually goes into, this whole section here. This is where the lens comes out of, so it can see through the port right here. And kind of a neat thing, to take the photo, you can either click the button right here, or you can actually hit this button right here and it hits the shutter inside the camera. Then also on the back, you have all your buttons to change all your features on your camera, your ISO, your aperture, your shutter speed, live view. And then it also has two grips, because a lot of times when you're in the ocean doing wave photography, you know, you let go with one hand to try to stick the camera down the barrel, or you're holding on really tight with two hands because the wave's going to smack you in the head.
Et une dernière question, est-ce que c'est pas trop dangereux?
It depends on where you're doing it in the sea. Sometimes we get out into some really big stuff and it can be very, very dangerous. Big surf is definitely, it needs to be respected. The stuff we were in this morning was a little bit more on the small, medium size, not really life-threatening by any means. You get into the really big stuff, it can kill you. I've had a few friends die doing what we do. But then even beyond that, Nick and I are the only artists in the world that have ever photographed lava down the barrel of a wave. So we hopped in the water about 20 feet from a volcano to do things a little bit differently. And that is extremely dangerous. When you're in the water by the volcano, the water that we're in is about 110 degrees. It's filled with volcanic glass, lava bombs. These are rocks that are too hot to sink, so they float around in the water. If you get touched by those, I mean, we both have burns, cuts, and scars all over from it. The other thing is just the gas, the noxious gas that's coming off of that. If the wind were to change direction, you could die from that. You get pushed too far forward, you can get really heavily scalded from that, getting slammed into the sand. There's a lot of things that make that extremely dangerous. So depending on what you're doing in the sea can really dictate how dangerous it is.
Ça a été un vrai plaisir de côtoyer le temps d'un shooting CJ et Nick. Leur folie nous offre des clichés inédits, que ce soit sur terre, en mer ou à quelques mètres des coulées de lave. Mais il est l'heure pour moi de faire mon sac, cap maintenant sur la Nouvelle-Zélande.